Welcome back. We got a little bit more time before we jump into the game, and I feel like I did cut you guys off. So, predictions. Anti-Mage team, Spectre team.
It's gonna be a good game.
No.
No,
Get off the fence, Lyrical.
It's going to be a garbage game.
Thank you.
That's
It's
right.
AM
is a Spectre.
Yeah, well, if you subscribe to Slacks...
I don't.
Okay, then.
PA is Spectre theory.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that theory.
Nor do I.
I think that it would be cool if you could do one of those. Spectre
Whoa.
before Spectre.
Yeah, the Crow's the best one.
I like the Mana Ray a lot.
Meta Ray is cute.
Yep. The Crow one stands out the most.
Yeah.
I don't see the Crow one very often. I feel like I see
It's
them.
like a common or something. It's not even like a rare thing.
The Crow? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's like 10 cents on the market or something. Yeah, it's uncommon.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Empiric Incendiary. Great.
I would have thought it was like an immortal or something with how much it changes the look of the hero, like in a really cool way, but... Alright.
Yeah, usually all the mounts are. Alright, I've got a stat for you guys.
Tell me.
30 seconds.
Anti-Mage has been
to
picked
go.
15 times
Right.
in the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13. What do you think his win rate is? 15 picks. Do you think it's above 50 or below 50?
I think it is well below 50.
Okay, you're on the right
Thinking
track.
below 25.
Not that low.
Okay.
He is a 33.33.
Oh.
He has won 5 out of his 15 games.
The battle
So,
begins.
He's mid.
He is mid.
That is not what I expected.
Whoops.
But yeah, I guess they felt like they have to dodge this DK versus Batrider matchup. We've seen this a few times, and I think one of those games was it Boom who had to do the side lane DK, or I think it might have been a different team.
Yeah, but why not send the Tide mid?
That could have been good. I guess.
I think Tide also loses the bat not as badly as DK. Like you can crack enough napalms, but you still have Firefly on top of you.
Are they dual laning mid?
This is some like 2012 Dota.
What?
Back when you saw like Lich AM mid.
My goodness.
Dual lane mid used to be a thing. You send your carry mid with a support and you have a good time.
Well, then I'm still confused. Why wouldn't they just let the Tide solo? Why are they making the DK solo?
I guess that they just want to put the pressure on the Spectre. They don't want to let Spectre completely free farm.
I think that's a good reason. Maybe they could have done DK plus one top. But
Yeah, just
Right.
the Mirana DK top
Yeah.
and then let Tide solo against the Mars Phoenix.
perhaps Makoto, I mean, he really wants that solo XP to get that early dragon for him.
That could be it, too.
As long as he's getting some CS, you're kind of prioritizing the levels on DK. The idea there.
This dual mid's pretty clever though.
Yeah, so far Abed able to farm just fine. They're not necessarily expecting to destroy Abed. He's going to be able to get CS and do pretty well. It's more just about limiting Batrider's ability to overrun a lane and get killed.
Right, this was a final pick Batrider.
You know,
This-
the other thing about sending Tide top 2 is I think it puts more pressure on than a DK would. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot more.
it's the thing is though that I don't feel like they need to put the pressure. They have the Anti-Mage, and they get the first blood on March.
Yeah, it's good. Why not though? Just get a mess with them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down to make a Spectre's life hell.
Interesting play here, Inkswell, and then taking all that mana away from Abed. Yeah, this Anti-Mage is gonna have a really good game.
That was clever. They saw he didn't have mana for Firefly, so they could just blink it aggressively. Where that last bit of mana, the bottle charges. But I think that's a bottle refill. March doing March things. Always there for the team.
Just that Makoto and Zephyr goes down to hide. Forth we go. Very, very good start right now. It's looking like for Boom, well on their way to trying to force this to a game number 3.
Denied.
Yeah, I think they really like this Tide Mirana dual lane. Like we can see, the Gush is just a good enough slow that it sets up and kind of guarantees an arrow to land. Usually it's like the stun set up for the arrow, but an early point in Gush and Spectre's not free farming. That to me was the condition, at least one of the few conditions for Among Us to win this game was Spectre needs to free farm and kind of keep up with AM. And then also Batrider needed to kind of have a very explosive, high-impact game. Which can definitely still happen. Batrider is farming and doing just fine in this mid.
He said having a decent time there. I guess the other thing you could possibly do, I'm not sure if we've seen it yet, but Grimstroke maybe trying to get some stacks going for the Anti-Mage. Whilst he's sitting here mid. Forward again. Abed, hit by the stun, takes away a little bit more of that mana. Again.
March is gonna have to die again now.
Yeah, or he's gonna walk back to base. And
Exactly.
Give me your bottle.
He's
going
stack.
stacks for Batrider and then try and secure the 4-minute rune. I don't imagine they're gonna be letting Batrider get it. Nope. Unfortunately.
Oh, an arcane would have been great for him.
Yeah, having the dual line mid means that, that they're gonna, you go for a rune, there's 2 heroes chasing you that can threat to kill you, so harder than usual to get rune.
A lot of pressure across all the lanes right now, and it looks like just the biggest loser is that Spectre up top. It's not awful, but same amount of basically as the DK. That was not the guy.
He just wanted the armor reduction, obviously.
Right? Some of the Fate's Edict plays, I've been thinking about it with techies sort of making a comeback. I was thinking about Oracle with techies, because if you Fate's Edict and then you blast off, you don't take the damage.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I was thinking about that as a way, like if techies is really low HP, he tries to deny himself on you.
Oh, the offensive Fate's Edict play?
Yeah.
Oh.
Get him, look at it. A couple
Dire's
right
middle
clicks or
tower
whatever.
is under attack.
Hide. Jump up to the high ground and... Ooh, by the skin of his teeth.
I don't know if the Phoenix connected with the Icarus dive.
This is not where AM wants to be. It's not hitting creeps. Chasing bounty runes that March is picking up in front of him. Wow, the broadsword burst Spectre build. It's this does not look like your everyday Spectre item.
Damage reduction from Anger Smash. Oh no.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
It's him saying he wants to go jungle as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Can't lane against this tide. The Anger Smash damage is getting harder and harder to play against, so as soon as this blade melts up, you're gonna be
Dire's top tower is under
get a
attack.
few more levels.
Radiant structures
I'm
are
trying to
fortified.
stack up a couple more camps again, and it looks like he will get both of them.
Can Radiant do anything about this? I believe they have, yeah, they have an observer ward that gets dewarded, but they've seen some of the stacking going on. Elsewhere is where they're
Dire's
focused, and that's going to be the
structures
kill
are
on the spec.
fortified. Dire's
They
top tower
barely
is
got
under
more gold
attack.
for that than the ward kill. That's fine. That was Ravage used as well.
Dire are scanning.
So March here trying to get away, but they're going to TP in the Batrider, or rather the Phoenix, that stops the pressure. Yeah, this ain't looking good for Among Us.
Doesn't mean
surprised-
there's no Ravage for the neutral contest if they want to go invade the stacks.
Yeah, but I think once Batrider leaves, then it's very obvious as now March dies. So they can just contest it whenever they're being taken rather than stealing them.
Batrider did make the move bottom. This is the matchup Among Us have wanted from the start. The Batrider against the DK. But Firefly will be wearing off in just a second here.
Well, the stroke
Grimstroke, yeah.
misses, but
Let's go Mana Void. That's a...
Wow.
the old mid-AM rotation.
Saw this ward being planted, so easily dewarded.
Radiant's middle
They already
tower
have a
is
sentry
under
there, too.
attack.
Very similar to what Liquid do when they're doing all their stacks. They always have an observer ward there to protect it and scout the enemies coming in and planning
Dire's
their own
bottom
wards.
tower
So
is under attack.
Dream.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
start farming it, but Mirana is here. In the last hit.
This XP, I think in your dream is just happy as long as he gets whatever it is. Oh,
Another
nice.
Iron Talon spec.
Oh, he just took 2 of the big creeps, though. God, that's so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, now even the Oracle felt like he needed to help in case there was a fight.
And all this time, AM
Dire's courier
farming
has
away.
been killed.
Fury gets killed. AM, yeah, 47-12 on the way to Battlefield. Has
He's the mid lane. He's got to do those rotations. He needs the range on his Blink and Mana Void.
It doesn't even sound that awful, because I feel like often when you get your Battle Fury, you have some slight mana problem if you're blinking around the farm. For sure. Like, you'd rather an Iron Talon.
Right on top of him.
Oh no!
Yeah, there's not a lot going great right here for poor old Among Us. Take away a little bit there and able to get the kill onto Makoto. That's at least something. They're keeping this Dragon Knight down.
There's DK's broke. But it's not his responsibility to win this game. It's Anti-Mage's responsibility.
And that tower is going to open up so much more room along the top side of the map too. Sort of just have free reign of that area once you're good to go as the Anti-Mage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Kodo, for mid for a little bit, and get his farm back on.
I think at this point you're just AM gets first priority over whichever lane and farm he wants, but DK is having a very rough time, the lowest net worth of all the cores, so it's not going to be a very Makoto-like game. Wait, has the catch-up Midas? I don't know if I like this. I feel like the Blink Rush is what he's been doing and has been working for him.
And he has an Anti-Mage on his team. Why does he need to worry about going late as a DK?
I'm a little surprised by that. I think they maybe feel Among Us is just going to be going late game themselves with Spectre, so they want DK to scale, but...
They do have pretty atrocious push on Among Us.
Yeah.
So... even if you lose a fight, like, there's no objectives being taken.
It doesn't feel like this Midas is something that can get punished, but it does feel unnecessary. Like, he could be playing aggressive with a Blink Dagger, and then AM is just going to solo carry this game.
This kind of feels like that one Liquid game where they went Brood and went Druid. It's like, yeah, I mean, obviously both these heroes are capable of doing things, but now when you're building a Midas, it's like DK and AM are kind of doing the same thing, which is late game carry potential.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know if they're going to miss out on that much, because it feels like FBZ has had a good enough start that he can kind of set the tempo. Like, DK's still doing what he's doing, and he's not really that slowed down. Like, if they start missing out on kills because they don't have that Blink Dagger, that's when we're going to start to probably go.
I think with the Mice, the counter-killing Kezuku just running in, accepting his fate.
Of my life.
Your timing of Blink Dagger is going to kind of synchronize better with your AM's Manta Battle Fury timing. If you just rush Blink, your AM's not going to be ready to fight. You can still make plays with Blink because you've got Grim, Mirana, and Tide, but the Midas Blink is just going to come online when the AM comes online.
Crazy.
He's tanking.
Does not appear to care about anything. Doesn't even have Ravage. Still is walking into them. The rest of the heroes moving into position.
Full HP on the Tide.
Turns out Among Us just don't have damage.
Radiant structures.
They have some serious damage problems.
1,000 gold lead right now, but definitely feeling like it has the potential to expand rather rapidly.
Yeah.
Once that Battle Fury comes online, and I mean, any fight right now, yeah, if the Tide's involved in it, it's going to be hard to deal with.
Yeah, it feels like Tide could just plop himself in any lane, and how does Dire ever kill him? Which number of and combination of heroes actually threatens to kill this Tide? I'm not entirely sure. Mirana go for a Yules, I think recognizing, hey, you know, DK's not getting a Blink, I got a Tide and AM, I gotta set my own kills.
Has been killed.
Set things up for us.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll get bullied out of this lane. TP before the lasso comes in.
Radiant's
It's gonna be close.
Is under attack.
Very well done by Hyde.
Smart of him to go for the double leap before the TP.
Dire's middle tower
But
is under attack.
elsewhere, it's
This
boom.
is a
Radiant's
way more
bottom
important
is
tower.
under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower has
Now,
fallen.
move up top, but they jump in right at the start. Silence is there, so he can't get the second God's Rebuke.
Not even getting that kill.
Oh,
Okay.
what a timing.
Yeah.
get the Inkswell kill over here instead. Abed still trying to chase down Kezcute. Does look like he's going to be able to run him down here.
Radiant's bottom
So
tower
at least be able to
has
get
fallen.
one in turn, simultaneously taking the bottom tower.
Dire's
Grimstroke,
top
though.
tower is under attack.
The AM clock is ticking. AM continues to free farm. The mid tier 1 tower goes down.
Yeah, he was pushing top tier 2. He could have totally joined that fight. He's like, it's a Grimstroke.
Yeah. Not feel like Among Us are in a very good spot in this game. Does got the boots travel.
I guess that when you eventually get your Blink Dagger up on Bat, Taunt, and then Manta, it might be enough if AM is alone to get the kill, but it's not going to be easy. This Battle Fury immediately into taking a 2-ish stack of Ancients.
Yeah, I like how we're not even, like, even if AM is alone, we still don't know if they have enough damage.
Right.
Forget if the Tidehunters around or anything.
It's a real problem.
Spectre has done a good job of keeping up with all these stacks and farming. Among Us make their next move aggressively. Find Makoto here, and this is the Midas.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
They may. Yeah, it looks like
Pull him back in.
they got the damage. Yeah.
Going out afterwards, trying to bring down Makoto. Spear finishes him off. 4 heroes to kill the Dragon Knight. They did get him, but there's no objective to claim afterwards, and it looks like it's more space open for him to farm.
Midas isn't up, so you know DK's like, it's fine. I'm gonna be respawning and I'll be
Dire's
ready to
middle
Midas. I
tower
want no
is under
loss
attack.
efficiency. I don't think, from a a viewer perspective, you just look at this DK and you're like, it's not really a DK mid. At this point, you're just kind of like this 3/4 position DK. AM's your 1 position. Tide's second in net worth too. He's gonna be offering a ton of survivability and frontline potential. Blink Refresher queued up, so. None of these dire heroes really want to build BKB, and playing into double Ravage sounds kind of scary. Looks like a bit of a feed, but he does get the bounty rune.
Oh, AM's here. Give him the kill.
Takes the kill.
Yeah,
Yoink.
says all you need to know about Boom's game plan now. AM not looking to hold on to that ultimate for any kind of a team fight.
Well, Spectre, as you mentioned, still keeping up, but that timing window of like how strong the Anti-Mage is going to be and how quickly, hard to deal with.
The real big problem, like, I think Spectre, you could be right if you're keeping up, like, these net worths on Spectre and AM, that would be okay for a Spectre team if the other heroes were better against AM. Like, both your supports are just awful against AM. The Batrider isn't going to be great against AM either. The Mars doesn't deal with AM, so they just have no answers to the AM at all.
Yeah, and there's no point at which AM also... Ooh, oh, nice arrow, but no follow-up. There's no point at which AM needs to join any fights also. He can
Radiant's
just infinitely
middle
split
tower is
push,
under attack.
and no hero on Among Us can really respond to it effectively. Batrider is eventually just going to start getting Abyssal Manta'd by the Anti-Mage. Oracle can't handle the split push, Phoenix can't handle it, and Mars and Spectre are required for team fights.
I think, yeah, this is very much... The Abyssal timing is when it's perhaps just...
Game over.
Yeah, game over, or... Kill after kill is going to start happening, and I don't know how Among Us respond to an Abyssal AM. Abed rushing the BKB. Decides Blink is not the way. We're not going to have the damage to kill the AM. He's not going to be alone getting lassoed. I'm just going to get BKB so we can get the most out of a team fight where I don't have to worry about Ravage. AM blinking on me
Radiant's
isn't as much
bottom
of a
tower
threat.
is under attack.
Set up for a fight up here. They have Mars Blink Dagger ready to go, and he is leading the charge with the DD available, and looks like he's going to find Kezcute.
Dire's
Classic
middle tower
Kezcute
is under
feed
attack.
for the sake of a team.
Might even get the Inkswell stun? No.
Everyone else is just like, they're already just left Kezcute to die. It's, I feel like if Boom won it, they may be strong enough to even take and win a team fight, but there's no need to.
Yeah.
It's just like an unnecessary risk where things could go wrong. Like if AM blinks in aggressively, doesn't kill the target he goes on, gets stunned or speared into a Mars arena, he could die. So why risk it?
Because even the worst case scenario, okay, Mirana gets caught, she may be able to leap out. Tidehunter gets caught, it's going to take him like 30 seconds to kill him. Anti-Mage ideally is the primary target, but you don't have that instant initiation on him. You
Radiant are
have Blink
scanning.
Spear, Blink Lasso, and all that's kind of unreliable.
Well, I am finding all the neutral items right away for the team, passing some over.
Oh, he left a creep. Unbelievable.
Strength Vambrace? Yo, have you ever seen anyone toggle the Vambrace and the treads?
I do it.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude,
not for
that's-
everything.
Radiant's
That's
top
impressive.
tower is under
Like on a
attack.
Blink AM.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not seen it.
Sounds next level.
Yeah, sounds super next level.
I guess the one thing about it, and I think the reason you're talking about the unreliability a little bit of Lasso is like, how quick is he going to be on his fingers with that counterspell play?
Right.
And that's something that, you know, you could still hypothetically catch somebody out a little bit
Shadows.
by, you know, not being fully ready with that, the Abyssal, or the Lasso rather. So we will see.
Radiant's
ulti
bottom
up.
tower is under
Take
attack.
that tier 2 tower in the top lane, or possibly run into Goo on the Mars.
Here's the playmaking potential of Among Us and catch the tide.
Bold play.
Well, maybe the damage. The Sunray is doing a lot to FBZ, who's not going to get a chance to go for a Ravage. They kill off both with ease.
That was a bit greedy by them, though. Hyde could have just left, but he was sticking around to be like, hey, you know, Tybee may be able to get this kill on this Mars.
Can they rosh? Their lineup does not rosh amazingly well, but this would be a big pickup for them. The problem is they've only got a small window here. These respawn times are pretty low.
This Manta, the Desolate, is pretty good at least being able to cut through Roche here towards the end. And
Yeah, they don't
looks like
care.
they're going to get it.
AM TP spot. Grimstroke might toss a stroke in there.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
No,
Paper though.
he will. And that's going to be another kill. You know, you can't just give up a bunch of kills like that, giving up the Aegis. This last couple minutes have not looked amazing necessarily for Boom.
Yeah, we're hyping up Boom and
Dyer's
talking about how
bottom
they've got this
tower is under
significant
attack.
strategic advantage, but it has been Among Us playing better for
Let that
at least the last
run.
5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
And this is where it feels like Boom has very much got the same mindset we have, that, oh, we'll eventually win. We have this AM that's uncountered. Perfect AM game. Let's just sit
Dyer's
back and
bottom
chill.
tower
But
is under
it does
attack.
feel, I think the other four
Dyer's
heroes still need to be
structures
thinking
are
about
fortified.
what's the best way we can impact this game and help us win. And right now they just seem to be sitting back expecting AM to carry them, which is a bad mindset to have.
They are at least maintaining map control. Like, only one tier 1 tower has been taken, so even though, like, this Tidehunter was massively out of position in the mid lane, also this mid lane tier 1 tower is still up 20 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Right. It was also, like you're saying, like a bit of a consequence of pushing out across the map.
Yeah, Boom's draft does not take objectives well.
Nope.
Luckily, with enough heroes dead, they could take road. They don't push towers.
Scotty, bring your dream. So this to me feels like it's what we're talking about. If you can get that lasso, manage to hit it onto the Anti-Mage, maybe you jump on him with the Manta, possibly blow up that AM
Yeah.
before he, well, at least up until he starts to get more items.
Yeah, I think he probably eventually considers this satanic with status resist. If he feels threatened.
For the AM, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, similarly how big of a deal Abyssal AM will be, I think if Spectre gets an Abyssal, AM can very easily die also.
Yeah.
Shadows take us.
Yeah, the Spectre versus AM matchup,
Radiant's
once you get
bottom
into the
tower
late game,
is
and
under
if you're
attack. Radiant are
similar
scanning.
farm, is actually okay for Spectre. The
Yeah.
problem is AM usually just out-farms you and comes online at
Radiant
25-30 minutes with
structures
his
are fortified.
full item, the Battle Fury Manta
Radiant's
Abyssal,
bottom
and
tower is under
can't
attack.
fight him.
This next timing here feels really, really important for Boom. Like, this is the point in the game where they're supposed to be now, like, kind of
Dyer's middle
dominating,
tower is under attack.
feeling like they're unkillable. You have to just wait it out the whole time. They're pinging high ground like they want to go.
Among Us are going to look to fight. The key for them is catching the backlines. Unfortunately for them, FBZ counts on the rotation, but there we go. They hold the tide and catch Cube.
They're leashed together, though. They jumped right into that, both of them. Zephyr trying to heal him up afterwards. FBZ. Ravage comes out, barely able to walk away. On absolutely nothing but the dagger's going to come and finish him off. Now the jump in. They've controlled the AM. They waited for that counterspell to come out. Can they bring him down, though? Doesn't look like it. He is going to drop. Down and dead for 70 seconds, and boom. They lose out on a lot. That Phoenix did so much damage with that Sunray.
Phoenix is just going uncontested in all these fights. Every single Sunray on this tide. Destroying him.
Yeah, he wanted to hold on to that Ravage even more, but he was like, I'm about to die. I need to Ravage so I can at least get it out. And set up? Oh my gosh, that clumsy net has now netted them 2 kills. They did not have the control for that AM without that clumsy net.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Making big plays here, and Among Us, you know, they hear all this talking, anti-mage, gonna own, and suddenly they still got some things to say about it.
I wonder if AM might even consider going BKB instead of the Abyssal now. Because that fight was ugly.
Radiant's middle tower
For
has
the
fallen.
distance that AM should have ahead of a Spectre at this stage of the game, that was way too even, and they lost.
Also, into that Aegis didn't even come close to popping it, obviously. We'll have to see if he decides to switch up his item build or what have you, but yeah, right now, timing looking pretty good. Tide, trying to dodge the potential spear that comes out. It's a nice one there, but still gonna take a good amount of damage.
The Sunray.
It's kind of great.
Did Tide have a Glimmer creed? Yeah.
On top of Hood.
He's changed his mind. He's like, this blink into refresher is not the play. I need an answer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think that, well, yeah, maybe he's just sort of building it for the Anti-Mage to add it onto it. I don't know. Weird.
Radiant's
It's a
bottom
weird
tower
thing to
is
build.
under attack.
Yeah, Glimmer after Hood.
Yeah. Especially for a hero that, I mean, you're quite tanky, so like you have to be casting it on someone else to really make use out of it.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
Dream of Cell in the
bottom
meantime,
tower is under
going to take
attack.
down this tier 2
Dire's
tower
top
here.
tower has fallen. Radiant's
Feels like
bottom
that next
tower
Roche
has
is going to
fallen.
become vitally important.
I think if Spectre gets this Abyssal, the
Dire's
advantage
top
in
tower
this game
is under
does
attack.
Yeah.
swing fairly heavily towards Among Us at that point. Right now it's feeling pretty even, although as far as the actual game itself, Among Us have been winning fight after fight. They still have some questions to ask whether they can beat this AM though.
And in a lot of ways, like, Abed, I think we were sort of writing off the Batrider and what he'd be able to accomplish, but he's looking pretty good this game. He's doing a ton of damage, very tanky.
And Cuckoo's just always catching support. I mean, this one's gets me mixed, but
Broken item.
yeah, I think Kezuku's positioning is often kind of hurt Boom as well. So at top lane, we've seen Tempest getting picked off. He's too used to playing these like
Radiant's
tanky
middle tower
five
is
heroes
under
that
attack.
stand in the front lines. Like he plays the clock, he plays the ET, but
Dire's structures are
the
fortified.
squishy backline supports have to be very careful not to get pulled by Batrider.
Well, Haunt was spent, but it seems like it's not even that big of a deal. They are totally down to take this, no Aegis, but no contention.
Nightmare noises. Jeez.
It's no eek
No,
Radiant's
it's not.
middle tower has fallen.
or violent stabs. That's a good one.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
All right,
Wait, AM's going Scotty?
he already has the
Dire's bottom
Abyssal.
tower is under attack.
Wants to tank up some more, but not.
I feel like BKB, like the health reduction. Oh my god, this clumsy net is. It's not lassoing.
Get away! Oh, they got him! Oh, no. Oh my god. Oh no.
Get this.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
Abyssal.
I guess Scotty versus the Oracle is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the False Promise can't really full HP heal a Spectre.
This Abyssal does completely change this game though, because AM can do what we just saw, which is just jump at hero, blow them up. And
Yeah.
I think particularly this Phoenix and Oracle, Phoenix himself has just been an absolute thorn in Tide's side. AM can now play the aggressing role.
And the other thing that we should mention is that, like, Boom hasn't really played Dota up until this point. They've been, like, dodging fights, backing away. The one that happened like up on the high ground where AM ended up dying, that one was also like, you know, Among Us coming and trying to contest them, and Boom not really being ready. It feels like this is the point where they're actually going to maybe start looking for engagements a little bit on Boom. And at that point, you have to imagine things are going to be a little bit different as far as how the fights look.
Yeah, they have not had a chance to initiate anything. I think Moonlight Shadow has pretty much exclusively been used defensively.
I don't know if it's going to look amazing, because I think that now Among Us have enough tools to make the fight hard. But at the very least, it should look a little bit better for Boom going forward, I would imagine, with that Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, Mars is a BKB. Does DK have his BKB finished?
Oh,
God.
wow.
Dude, this
Really
Midas
far
has
away.
slowed him down so much.
It's on cooldown. Haunt in, up high, trying to find him. And they find Makoto. Beer's gonna
Do
connect.
they know that they found him?
He's got Blink away afterwards. Yeah, they got the little
Shadows
aggro
take
path
us.
stuff. Oh, he doesn't have a TP.
That'll get you every time. Why is Hyde sticking around then? That's...
It's crazy.
As good as the AM pick was this game, it just feels like Boom are unable to, like, they're not looking like a good AM team.
Yes.
The rest of the players seem a bit lost as to what to do with the AM on their side. Like,
I think FBZ had the right idea. His Tide was doing well. He was just making a big nuisance in lanes, forcing reactions while AM was free farming, but the rest of it, the Murana, the DK,
Radiant's
the
top
Grimstroke,
tower
I
is
definitely
under
agree.
attack.
Seem a bit
Dire's
lost
courier
at sea.
has been killed.
ooh, Ag Spectre, I like this.
Wow.
Dire's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
there's an interesting thing there with the counter
Radiant's
spell.
top
I
tower
think that
is
it
under
creates
attack.
the AM at the Spectre if you hit it on him.
Radiant's top tower
And he's
is
hitting
fallen.
counter spell.
That takes some insane timing though.
Well, he gets
I'm just
jumped
like-
on. I'm just saying. Oh, wait a minute though. There's the Ravage. Big jump out. Abed managed to get the lasso now. Blade meltdown. It's a lot of damage. Can he manage to get out of there? Still stuck in place. Jumel down low, but gets the blink away. Chase still coming from Abed. They pop the Phoenix ulti as well. Another blink away. Dumping down super low. He is gonna fall. Oh, that Agi tread on the Vamp Brace. That one hurts.
And he just leveled up the counterspell magic resistance after he died also. That actually may have saved him as well.
Damn.
3 heroes go down, or more importantly, the AM goes down.
That's good.
It is no good.
Wow.
It's like AM needs some kind of survivability out of him, whether that's BKB or Satanic. I think,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this Scotty.
I don't agree with this, Scotty.
I think Satanic with the status resist against Lasso could be very helpful there, but BKB as well. Definitely looking like a helpful item.
Sheep stick also. It's coming out now.
And also, unfortunately, I don't think they got very good tier 3 neutralizers. All the ones I saw pop up were pretty lackluster. They got
it's like
Telescope, Quiver.
Find and kill Makoto.
They didn't get any good ones for the AM or any real carry ones.
We see
They
that.
got a Mindbreaker, I think.
That Shadow Step coming out.
Yeah, it was difficult to see how the initiation all panned out. All I know is that Among Us won.
This is Dangerous Town. Like, because now you're not even necessarily needing to fight on, like, consistent time. Like, you can use Shadow Step just for a pick-off, and then you can still save, like, Haunt for the big high ground fight afterwards.
Yep. And AM can no longer effectively split push at this stage, because
Right.
usually it's like, oh, they have a little long and get away. Oh, what a find. And a Shadow Step.
Damn, dude. Aghanim Spectre.
The cooldown's just so low on it that it's so nice. Global kill threat potential.
But I think that, yeah, like, so let's say that, you know, somebody jumps on Anti-Mage and he pops Counterspell, there's a chance that Spectre could hit it at the same time accidentally. That's what I was talking about with that thing. Or I don't think it's, like, guaranteed, but it's a possibility for that.
I feel like anyone would just be like, what the hell do I do? Can you get...
Yeah, I don't know if you get reality.
Yeah,
you can't
I don't think you
reality
do,
to
yeah.
it.
But it might just, like, burn the mana from the Spectre. Can you imagine? And then she doesn't have mana for Haunt. That's how you win the game.
I mean, Shadow Step is, when we were hovering over it, I had no idea it was actually 180 mana. That's quite expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely the Spectre's mana pool in general. Like, if AM does see Spectre as a feasible target in a fight ever, it's like,
Yeah,
that
which
mana
is,
void is going to hurt.
I was kind of surprised that he took the counterspell magic resistance on the 25 talent for AM.
It has been a lot of magic damage in these fights,
Right.
But
Then get a BKB.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, not a foregone conclusion at all, but Among Us have definitely picked up the slack and are looking a lot better now.
So it does commit to the Scotty.
Does DK have his BKB yet? All right.
Anti-Mage just pushes down bottom here.
They are going for a Scythe on Batrider, so Abed prioritizing additional control and lockdown to be able to fight and deal with AM.
Oh, he's fireflying and jumps right on top right at the start. Can they bring him down in time? Doesn't quite look like it, but they managed to find a little bash there on the hit. Cell trying to run away. The second round of it now.
That's that counterspell magic resist. It's just like so little damage. We're still chasing though.
Be able to get out of here.
Blink cooldown is so low.
Radiant's
Quick enough
top
to
tower
escape.
is under attack.
Can they kill Among Us? That's the real question.
Yeah, they don't really have the ability to kill AM, except when he's like jumping in on them and they're maybe locked. It puts AM on the back foot as long as he's running away from you. Hi, he's had a rough game. Mirana's just kind of looking lost on the map often.
MVP went to his head.
Speaking of which, those of you watching, don't hesitate to go on down to bts.gg/monstermvp for your own MVP consideration. Send a vote, send a kill, send a blink.
Getting away from there, but the Spectre jumps back in yet again. FPZ ready to help a buddy out. Can he do it? There's BKBs on all of them. Still rooted, still in trouble, and he is going to fall.
Perfect change stun, no buyback, dead for 100 seconds. Among Us just playing this game fantastically. Damn. Lasso into spear into clumsy net it looked
Did
like.
the spear connect? It looked like the spear like whiffed through him
It
somehow.
didn't push him.
Yeah.
He was stunned.
Okay,
What
so
else
I
would
think-
have stunned him though?
I think it's the lasso. Yeah, I think lasso took priority, like movement priority.
Oh.
And so the spear like connected, so to speak, because it
The
hit a
arena
wall.
was behind it.
Right.
Yeah,
and so, as long as the spear hits a wall, it'll always get the stun.
Yeah, yeah.
But it may not always push the person.
Okay. He definitely had a long duration stun on him,
Yeah.
but it like you say, it didn't look like the spear latched off.
And I definitely saw the word
Radiant's top
rooted,
tower
which
is
means
under
that this
attack.
clumsy
Yeah.
net is still in play.
I just
S tier item.
This AM is wishing he got a Titan Sliver himself.
Yeah.
Like
Like
that would have changed
anything.
his game.
Is Van Brace really the best thing that they got?
Their
Yeah.
tier 3 items they got were actually
It
garbage.
was quiver, telescope, repair kit, mindbreaker.
They
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
sometimes the neutral items do not go in your favor.
And Spectre got an Iron Talon, and they got a clumsy
Radiant's
net.
top tower is
And,
under
and she has a
attack.
Titan Sliver.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the Dota gods just want Among Us to win. That's what happens.
I mean, you definitely can't bank on getting the exact one you want, like the Titan Sliver, but even getting
Right.
like a Paladin Sword or something would have been decent for AM.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
37
Radiant's
minutes
top
coming up,
barracks
so
are
we'll be
under attack.
able to get another one, hopefully soon.
Batrider is going to have Hex.
In a way, it feels like the damage might already be done.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
They will take that first set of
Dire's
racks.
bottom
Things
tower
looking
is under
very
attack.
good for Among Us. We did
Radiant's
not
top
believe.
barracks has fallen.
There was no belief amongst the panel.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower
doing
is
it.
under attack.
AM staying true to his win rate.
Is that 33% hero that I'm looking at?
Jumps in the back lines, finds one. Damn, trying to make something happen. Got hexed immediately, saved by the Oracle. FBZ, no Ravage available. Tons of damage coming in, and they also have that Supernova up on the high ground. No way for them to get out of that one. Wrong is the call. Jumacell barely able to escape, actually. But nonetheless, they take down KezQ. Buybacks are forced, and nobody from Among Us is killed.
They're all like full HP also. They all just want to keep fighting. Ravage is still up, but I don't think it matters.
No,
Radiant's middle
definitely not.
has fallen.
They're all in on the AM being able to kill Druid. You've got Tide and a
Radiant's middle
DK.
barracks are under
Just
attack.
BKB Blink, so...
Radiant's middle barracks
If AM's not
has
killing
fallen.
people, nobody else on the team is.
And this again, I think, speaks to what you were talking about. Oh well, hold on. As they're chasing, trying to get a kill. Can't manage to take down the Oracle. Zephyr on the other side just dives away from Dreamocell. March might end up going down here.
But not before he dewards.
That's right. Did his job.
Microsoft couldn't even proceed.
For round 2, Ravage comes out now, trying to get some cleave hits there. Is it going to be enough? Turning. Hex goals! Again, they catch him, and Dreamocell stays tall, tries to hit, but
Dire's bottom tower
they just don't have
is
enough
under
damage.
attack.
Late, round 3.
I mean, your dream's good to go, but the rest of his team not quite as survivable.
Shadow Step. They jump onto him, and he's away from everybody else.
Speared, killed.
Taken down. GG. They're done. They've had enough. And this is what I was talking about, of like the Among Us team just looking good, knowing what they need to do to win, didn't panic. Impressive showing.
Yeah, and for some of these players, it's a big deal.